How we doing, everybody? We bring back on Tyler Truex to the show for our weekly update series. Before we get into the wall action from Saturday, both of us were out in Dover for the Trucks Friday. Always good to check that series out. Had a blast with good people as well.
Yeah, it's always good getting to the NASCAR tracks and just being able to go see everyone in that area. I've got a lot of friends that go and tour that the NASCAR world, so it's always fun to go see some familiar faces and just go hang out for the day, be a fan.
For sure. Always fun to do. That wouldn't be your first track of the day. You weren't racing, but you were there in support of the TTR cars running in the slingshots in Bridgeport Friday night. How did that go out there for you guys?
Good, yeah, like you said, we I went out to Dover all day with you, hanging out and just kind of just being a fan. And then Friday night, my buddy Nick races a slingshot over at Bridgeport on their quarter mile track. So we went over there and helped him out. And we ended up, we were working on a body for one of our buddies, Ryan, and got his car out going and had a good night. Nick finished second. And then got home and had to get geared up for Saturday for us.
Yeah, was a quick turnaround, but everyone made it there to the track on Saturday. Was a little foggy headed in the morning, but that's racing weekends sometimes. And yeah, as we mentioned last week, P6, the first weekend onto the opening night, the at Wall for the 50 lapper for the mods. Past weekend would be a 40 lap feature. How are you in the 56 feeling qualifying sessions and practice there?
Um, all in all, it's been pretty decent. I mean, it could be a lot worse. Obviously, as far as how everything's gone. I mean, this past weekend we went green to checkered, so it's kind of hard to make up a lot with going green to checkered like it was. There really wasn't much passing this past weekend, so to start 10th and come home 8th and at least gain a couple positions is always huge. But like you said, practice qualifying, I feel like we haven't been too bad. But just come race time, we've just been lacking a little bit compared to them, the guys in front of us. Compared to what we had last year, we're not super happy with where we're at right now. But we've also been trying things, and it was stuff that we were trying toward the end of last season, and we were trying more on this season. And Kevin wants to go back to what he knows, and not necessarily what he knows, but what we know will run good. So hopefully once we put all them changes back into it and come back. We'll have more of a baseline to see where we're at with this new tire and everything. I kind of just think with the new tire and everything going on at the track, and the new car to us, there's too many changes for us to keep trying other things. So go back to what we know and hopefully put a little more speed in this thing.
Gotcha. Don't want you to give any secrets. But being in the pits with you, Kevin, and Mr. Wolf, you guys are just like you said, trying change different things and trying to massage that car to at the level you want it. I mean, how's that been going for you guys?
Like you said, yeah. I mean, there's just so many little things that you can change on these race cars to improve handling, right? I mean, there's 100 different ways you can set them up, and try different combinations and try this. So it's just trying little things, like I said, just what it's really driver comfortability, what I want and what Kevin's putting to it. We're just like I said, we're really just kind of trying things, trying to hit on something, like we've already ran really good, obviously. Know we can run good, but there's always room for improvement, and everybody's got room for improvement always. It's kind of the fun of racing, right? We're always chasing a 10. So um like I said, just trying things, and I think next week we're going to go back and see what we can do.
Heck yeah, that's what you can do, and everyone can try to execute for sure. with the qualifying with you last weekend, top 10, and uh, that gets you into the redraw. Wall, some of the changes they've been doing, they have the drivers in that top 10 shooting out T-shirts. That seemed like a lot of fun on Saturday pre-race.
Yeah, that's cool. That's another addition that Walls also added is they're going to try and throw 50 t-shirts out to the crowd as many weeks as they can, if it's not every single weekend. So that's huge for us drivers to go and be able to mingle with the crowd like that and go just be out there, and for the fans knowing that there's going to be drivers out there throwing things, signing autographs. I'm sure every division's going to get their chance to go do that. So I think that's really awesome what the track's really doing as far as getting us to get involved with the fans and just making it fun, right? Like we go there sometimes and we just almost take it too serious. So it's fun to be able to just see everybody else having a good time and go have a good time ourselves before we get strapped in and take it super serious.
Totally agree with what you just said. The smaller changes that the small changes that the new promoters and crew have brought in, and goes back to the root why we're all there. We're all race fans, and that definitely did make it fun, and it's exciting pre-race. That didn't see that in past years, and I really do like that change. Just like you said, it's fun for everyone. After the redraw, you start 10th, and entire feature stays green, like you said, which what was a positive. Everyone gets $100 on the night for that. You come home eighth. You mentioned it. Whole race went green. It's kind of follow the leader with Blake Barney being so hot right now. I mean, how would you sum up the race Saturday night for you?
Yeah, like I said, this it's tough. We're all learning with this new harder American racer going from the softer Hoosiers last year, which I say we're all learning. I don't know how much different it is to a car that you're familiar with, since we've changed so much. Um, but yeah, it's a race like that's always tough when it kind of like somebody can jump out. Say if it's even the guy that's running two spots ahead of you, if you get stuck behind somebody for 5 laps, they could easily get a half a straightaway on you at Wall Stadium. And when we're all as close as we are, it's really hard to gain that back and then make a pass. By the time you gain that back and make a pass, now you've got 15 laps to 20 laps that you've done that. Now you only got 5 to go. So when it goes green and checkered like that, when we're running 12.5 second lap times, we really click them off real quick to where I mean that feature only took 8.5 minutes, I think. So it makes it tough. There's really not much time for us to be able to get anything done.
It was a quick one for sure. The race kind of was like almost like an accordion, and just like what you were just saying. I mean, some drivers would get some gaps, and others would be competitive. I know you were strapped into the 56. As a race fan, the end of the race was a little bit exciting. No, Blake was crushing it, just like he did on the first weekend. But with James Blewett passing his father there at the end, I mean, that was really the excitement of the race there. You pass two, come home eighth, and we were just talking about the tires. I mean, anything specific between opening night and last Saturday that you feel like you're getting any more familiar with them, or still trying to learn them with all the changes with the new car?
I don't necessarily think they're too different in too many ways. I mean, they definitely don't fall off as much as the Hoosiers did. We learned that. But all in all, the way they're growing and things like that are pretty similar to how last year's tires were and stuff. It's just as far as the fall off's a lot different and the harder sidewall. So um, they're a little taller. Um, just just uh, just small little things. But yeah, it's not going to take us long. I mean, obviously it shows in lap times. I mean, the guys are already running uh, pretty much similar to what we were running on the Hoosiers. So, um, like I said, us racers, it won't take long to hone in on them.
Got it. Appreciate that insight. And this is completely brainstorming, just with the racing in both mod races, kind of follow the leader single file. I mean, I know there's been resin sprayed at walls sometimes on the outside lane before. I mean, do you think that would help, or you think eventually, just like you said, that the racers will figure it out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a petition for trying to get that resin sprayed again. I thought that was a nice touch for Wall last year when we were able to kind of use that. Like you said, this past weekend being follow the leader like it was, it just makes it hard to pass, right? Like when we only have that one lane and you don't want to just drive over somebody to make the pass. So you try to do it working them over for 5, 10, 15 laps. By that time, you wasted a half a feature trying to get around them. Whereas if you could uh, jump to the top and if you are better than them, get up to the top and get around them, or at least get to the top of them and show that you want the top and get a lane. So I think I think we definitely need to try it again. At least just give at least way even like I think it should be way outside. I think it should only be where our right sides can get into it, where you have to commit to the top to be in it. Um, I don't think they should spray the bottom. But yeah, I definitely think we definitely don't want to go into a 150 lap race and have us all play follow the leader for 75 laps till we get a yellow.
Agreed with that. That's kind of what we've been seeing from race one and two. And you're someone that's been on that resin before, and just really interested in your thoughts on that, and really do appreciate the honesty. And I know once you strap the helmet on, I mean, you are 110% focused. Just like you said in past times on the show. 2026, is a little bit different for you with being the past champ. I mean, is there any, don't want to say discouragement, but it's racing, with the new car, with the small things that you have to learn with it. Is there anything that you have to refocus once you get strapped in, or is it just business as usual?
It's pretty much just business as usual, right? Once you strap the helmet on, you kind of forget all of that stuff. It's just another race and another race car. Um, yeah, the competitor in me, we want to go out there and be top of the board and be the fastest thing every week, right? I mean, that's why we're there. But I got all the faith in Kevin and all my guys, and I got so many good things going on right now in my corner. So many good partners with you and Dover Contracting and Donna Wilson and New Egypt Auto Body. I've just got so many really good people behind me right now. Scott Kennard. There's just the list goes on and on, right? I mean, it's beside like I said, I can beat myself up, but I mean, I'm just in a really good spot racing wise right now, and I'm really just trying to enjoy it while I can.
Don't blame me on that for sure. And it was really cool to see Ken and some of the others from Dover Contracting in the pits on Saturday night. No, the first race weekend was super long day for everyone, and once that feature was over, we were hitting the parkway. Um, Post race Saturday, you and the rest of us stay, talk to the fans. What was it like to connect to the fans that stopped by the 56?
Yeah, it's always nice seeing everybody, especially the ones that get to hang out and take the time out to wait to the end to come and see everybody. So, it's always a pleasure to be able to talk to them and really thank the people that support me. Right? I mean, they spend their valuable money and their Saturday nights to come watch me drive a race car. So I'm super thankful, like I said, for the people in my circle and the people that come out to literally come support me. So it's a cool thing to be able to do on a Saturday night. That's for dang sure.
It's really cool, and the more that we hang out, I mean, just like at Dover, there was a number of people that came up, and on Saturday night, the people are coming up wearing the TTR shirts, and that support, just like you said, means a lot. So it's really cool to see that.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, I mean, it's cool to see people that come into the pits and talk to them about racing and talk to them about Martin stories or my Uncle Barney stories or Uncle Martin or my dad or my brother Curtis, just the family history at Wall Stadium and in Jersey and in there's a lot of people that have watched my family race over the years at several different racetracks. So it's always cool to hear stories and have people come up to me, right? Like we had at Dover, have people come up and talk to me. It's really neat experience for me. I don't take it for granted, that's for sure. As far as being able to kind of try to be a nice face for the family and talk racing with all these people. I enjoy racing a lot, so it's neat to have Martin and have these people really genuinely think are good people and are fans of.
Got that right. Just excitement and a lot of love for racing for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's cool.
Sweet. Exciting weekend for the sportsmen planned. I know we've been talking. The weather does not look the best, unfortunately. It's supposed to be a 100 lap feature. We spoke before we started recording. Wall did announce that they are increasing some of the payouts for this one. Mods are off, but just like you said, you'll be running the sportsman with Joe King Jr. How are you feeling going into this coming weekend for a planned 100 laps in the sportsman?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always appreciate everything Joe does for me and allows me to drive his stuff, right? It's not a they're not cheap vehicles to let somebody just go out and joyride, really. So I'm always thankful for him allowing me to drive his stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line. And I always enjoy them longer races as far as just being consistent, hitting your marks for longer periods of time and tire wear and all that. I think I excel more on the longer races than I do just them short sprints. Um, so I've always really looked forward to the longer races. So um, yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think weather hopefully doesn't win the race this weekend, but it's it's kind of looking that way right now.
Yeah, they did mention on Wide Open, as I was saying, that they are, if the race does get rained out this weekend, they are planning on remaking the 100 lap race up for the sportsmen. So at least that's good that sportsmen will have their longer race for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that is good. I'm glad that they're gonna keep that up for grabs because, those guys will really look the sportsman division period really look forward to that race. I mean, every division has a big race this year, and hopefully it doesn't happen to the other divisions as well as far as trying to just put together a big race because I'm sure there's a lot of teams that put in a lot to go out for these races. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of other teams that were looking out to just do this race. I heard Blewett was going to bring out their 5 car with a crate motor in it just to run this race. So I'm sure there's several teams, not even just from Wall, that were going to come out and race that race.
Should be an exciting one with a big competitive field, as you were just saying. Getting into
Yeah.
the NASCAR action, this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, greatest weekend in motorsports, as some say, and a lot of action on TV for sure. We
Yeah, I'm
were
looking forward to it. That's for sure.
yeah, I'm not the biggest F1 fan, but it is a little bit of a bummer that you don't get to wake up and watch Monaco. But Indy 500 will be there before you know it on Sunday. And predictions for week one, I kind of had a little bit of the higher ground just because you chose picked first, ended up picking Hamlin, got lucky on that one. But we'll keep it going, and we're gonna do trucks, O'Reilly, and Cup, and Indy too. So you you can lead us off for the trucks.
You want me to get trucks first?
Yeah.
Okay. So who's in the is Corey Heim in the field? That's the real question.
He is not. Heim will be running the I believe Heim is in the Cup field.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
believe so. I can pull that up. We
As
got
far as
60.
I mean Chastain will be fast, but I think I seen that Zilich is running the triple.
He is,
Um,
yes.
and Zilich is always quick. I don't know who's in the other Spire truck. Is
Bush
Hocevar?
and Hocevar.
Bush is in it?
Yeah.
Bush, Hocevar. Shoot, that's a stacked field. That should be a good race. How do you go against Kyle Busch though in the truck series?
He he
Uh,
he's going to be super competitive as we saw in person on Friday.
yeah. I mean, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go with my man Hocevar. I'll leave Bush to you, unless you're gonna go elsewhere.
No, I'm not. I'm taking a full time truck driver. In all honesty,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, I see here. Yeah, you can't go against Zipadelli. You can't go against Caden Honeycutt, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's if you kind of already picked up on that one. I mean, Heim won there last year, and if you look at the top three from last year, it was all Tricon trucks. It was Heim, Cruz, and Ruggiero. Just like you mentioned, a stacked field with the Cup drivers, and you got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Nice Motorsports truck too in the four.
Yeah.
And
Who's in the Tricon trucks?
you
Who's
got
their all-star?
So you got Swalich in the four, Jones is in the one, and then Honeycutt and Ruggiero, and don't forget you got Travis Pastrana in the College 25 truck
Huh, that's pretty cool too. That's gonna be a really fun race.
for sure. And
I'm
you
looking forward to being a fan for that one.
yes, same here. And saw a lot of these guys, Stenhouse, Pastrana, run Daytona in the trucks too. So really kind
Yeah,
of
and
yeah. I mean the
it's cool to see Stenhouse keep dabbling into it.
Same here. I did not realize that this year was his first ever starts in the truck series.
Yeah, I
He's been
didn't
in the sport
really
for so
realize that
long.
either.
Yeah, same here. So,
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a late race restart and Carson Hocevar pull one off.
all right, that sounds about right. I mean, him and Bush are going to be pretty much an equal equipment. Yeah, hoping that um, Caden can be there at the end as well. All right,
I think
cool.
long run speed, Caden's gonna have him covered though. I really didn't think of him, but Spire's been getting better and better each race, and their long run speed on them other mile and a halfs were pretty good with their Spire trucks. Kavush was quick, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, got that right. Cool. Then I'm going with Honeycutt, just like as we mentioned. Cool. I will start things off on the O'Reilly side. Got another stacked field, just like we mentioned. Zilich, um, Ross Chastain running the triple duty there. Cole Custer is in the zero car for SS Greenlight. He's been trying to bring that program up, and throughout the finishes this year so far has been solid. My pick, I've had him on several times, interviewed him before Bristol, and he just won in Talladega, and then in Dover. I think Corey Heim stays on that hot streak. Byron won in the 17 there last year. Obviously, just like for the truck race, depends how the late race yellows happen or fall. I think Corey Day is gonna pull it out on Saturday.
Yeah, he's been on fire lately, and he's only getting better. It seems like, but you know how I don't. I think I'm gonna have to go with old Justin Allgaier on this one.
All right, not a bad one as well. We've seen how dominant those JRM cars have been. I mean, regardless of who's behind the wheel. I mean, if it's Carson Kvapil, Raja Caruth, the Cup guys, and of course Justin, know how quick he can be in the seven.
Yeah, yeah, I've always really liked Justin too, so I'm more biased than anything, but yeah, I'd like to see Justin pull it off.
Gotcha. Um,
But
you get
what is um Carson Hocevar running? Is he running a JRM car?
no. Hocevar isn't running in the
Oh, he's not running triple duty.
Yeah, he's just doing the trucks.
Oh,
He's done
okay.
a lot of that this year. Just because I don't think he has a cap on the amount of truck races he can run.
Oh, I got you.
I think he's been doing a lot of that for Spire, just doing the double duty.
That's pretty cool.
But that Connor Zilic, I mean, with Rodney Childress going, to JRM as the crew chief. I was, talking to Carson Quapple earlier today about that and just the wealth of knowledge he brings, and that one car is really going to be one to beat as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Rodney, he showed what he can do on long runs with Kevin Harvick. So once he hones in on that Xfinity car and figures out the setup, not that he hasn't already, but it's just different animal, you know. Um, once he gets a handle on it and gets comfortable and gets his drive with a driver and gets comfortable, he's going to be lights out, I think.
Same here. Um, Indy 500, Coke 600. You can choose which one where you want to lead. Um, if you want
I
to
guess we
do,
gotta start with the Indy 500 since it's the morning show.
yeah,
So 500 prediction. A long while back, not too long ago, but like probably like 7 8 years ago now. Me and Ryan were playing video games online, and he was playing with Connor Daly. Him and his buddy Ryan Reed were good buddies with Ryan Daly when he was because Ryan Reed and Daly both have diabetes. So through Lilly Diabetes at the time, his sponsor, they became buddies. And anyway, I've always just kind of followed along on his career, had him on social media and stuff, and realized how much of a hometown hero he is there at Indy. Um, and he actually qualified really good this weekend, and looks like he's got a decent car. So it'd really be cool to see him run good and maybe pull one out. It'd be pretty underdog story if he got it, so that would be cool to see. I've always been a Scott McLaughlin fan, so it would be cool to see him win it. I, but and I like Joseph Newgarden, but like I said, I'd like to see the underdog.
yeah. And Daly in the odds, top five on DraftKings. He's plus 145, so he's definitely pulling eyes from others as well. I didn't
Huh?
realize that you guys had that connection as well. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, yeah. It was like I said, it was cool just to at the time, he wasn't really running as much as he is now. So it's cool to see his career keep progressing and the things that he does on social media and stuff. It's cool.
For sure. Alex Palou, last year's champ and last year's season champ for IndyCar, has really kind of set the mark, and he's obviously the favorite. A guy that has been super close in years past is Pato O'Ward, someone I've picked in past 500s to win, and I just think he's oh so close, and that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Pato. I just think one of these years, just with how close he has and the experience he has being in second and third, and
Exactly. Getting to the end of those races like
that's what
that.
it's all about.
So yeah, that's a good choice. That's a safe choice too.
Yeah, we'll see. And I know Kyle Larson isn't running the double. There is Catherine Legg is running
I
the
wish he would
double.
go for it again though.
Yeah, he said he would,
As a race fan.
yeah, I mean, I wish he does. Connor Zilic has been talking about it. Don't think just as a rookie he's in a position to do that. And you do have Catherine Legg, who's kind of started out on the open wheel side of things, and recently has come into the NASCAR spotlight. That's really
How
cool.
did she qualify?
I know she made the race. I think it was like in the 20s. I only have
Well,
like
that's good. At least she made the race too. I mean, it's not like that's huge in itself.
100%.
So good
That
for
should be a
her.
good one. Yeah.
I'd like to follow along. I'm excited for her. That's huge for
Yeah.
anybody.
For sure. And then, especially someone like her, and then she's teaming up with BJ McLeod in the 78. So that'll be cool. Really hope that that she's able to run all the laps.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely love to see that. I'm looking forward to watching that one.
Same here. For 600, that's four different stages, that they bring out the fourth stage, 100 laps for each. Such a long, grueling race for for man and machine, obviously. Ross
Yep.
Chastain wins last year, and 24 was the rain shortened one with Christopher Bell. You got Ryan Blaney victorious in 23. Your cousin Martin was third that year. Lot of good, drivers and veterans in this one, that have the experience with these longer races. How are you feeling? Who do you think is going to be up front in this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say as far as on the long run mile and a half stuff. Obviously, Hamlin's showing that they're pretty dominant right now. Um, William Byron, I'm pretty sure, was class of the field last year, wasn't he? And then
At the
Chastain
end,
just
yeah.
got him at the end. Um, he's always really good at these longer shows. I mean, Chase Elliott's been really good at the longer stages.
He has.
Um, hmm. Are you choosing first or am I choosing first?
Uh, I'll go first. In all honesty, the guy that I'm picking has been lights out for this year. I'm going with Tyler Reddick. He didn't, wasn't super good at the end at that last one. I can't remember exactly where he finished. In 23, he was fifth with that win that where the fire suit went at Coda. I think not you don't want that to happen as a driver, getting super hot in the car, but I just think that conditioning wise, that he's just going to have that little bit extra edge. And then with how good they've been, it's not like the pressure's on them at all with a long race like this. I think he can get the that car up front late.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, like you said, with having such a nice gap too, being able to kind of play around with strategy too, stuff, like he could really catch the field upside down. Um, so that could be that's definitely a solid pick. I think I'm gonna go with um Ryan Blaney's always been really, really dominant on the longer run stuff. Long race like this where you're gonna be doing tire cycles and um, longevity like that. Um,
He won in 23.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go Ryan Blaney.
Heck yeah. Very good choice as well.
Cool. Yeah. So what happens when I beat you this week?
we'll uh we'll figure it out. Yeah, and then just that excited. I really hope that they get the racing in this weekend. But we'll be meeting up to watch the action throughout the weekend and on Sunday, of course. So we'll definitely we'll see how things fall on Sunday afternoon. Might have to get a case of beer if you're beating me this weekend.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited to kind of keep tallying it, and it's just a little fun, something fun to bragging rights, right? When we're at the track Saturday to keep along with, and just have fun with it, right? So,
Yeah,
looking
got that
forward to
right.
it. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, hope you have a good rest of the week. And we'll talk to you more towards the weekend. All right.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Yep. Thanks, Tyler.